Right, Sean, Katie, Sean. Katie, what happened in the last episode of The Acolyte?
So, need to remember. I can't remember anyone's names. I'm terrible at names.
Yeah, we're gonna remember.
It started off with a Jedi Master being killed.
Undara.
I only know her from
The Matrix.
The Matrix, yeah. Undara. She getting killed by this mysterious kind of assassin girl who was force sensitive, but she wasn't using any kind of lightsaber or anything. She was just using knives.
Some people are very happy about that.
About what?
The fact that she killed the Master with a knife.
Yeah.
You know.
So she died. And then we kind of jumped to another character who we assumed was the one that killed Undara, but it turned out to be like a twin sister.
Yep. Osha
kind of situation. She got taken away by a Jedi Knight and his Padawan to await trial on Coruscant.
Yep. I've forgotten his name. Don't know his name.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something like
Anyway, yeah. So she goes to Coruscant. She's on her way to Coruscant with a bunch of other prisoners who break out, and she crash lands on like this icy planet. And we get it, Sean.
No, you keep talking. I'm going to try and remember this.
We see she has visions of her sister. And her sister kind of admits to killing Master Undara. This is really distracting for me. I'm really. We see Master. Oh, what was his name?
Saul.
Not
Master Saul. Everyone just calls him
Saul. He must be a master.
We assume he's a master, but he's called
and he's
Saul.
Teaching younglings. Saul. Anyway, okay. Saul. He was her previous master, and so he is attempting to go and kind of uncover the truth, because he's very hesitant to believe that she would do that. He kind of divulges that
Jake.
Him, along with Master Undara, were the ones that saved Osha from a fire that killed her family, and he was adamant that her sister, her twin sister, had died as well. He meets Osha on this ice planet.
Not Hoth.
It's not Hoth.
Maybe it's Koth.
No, it did have a name. I can't remember what the name was, so shut up.
No, it's Family Guy joke.
Yeah, so he meets her, and she kind of, says it wasn't her, and he saves her from falling off a cliff. And he seems to really have her back. He seems to believe that actually it's not her, which is cool.
Yep.
Anything else? Oh, we saw her twin. What was her twin's name?
Meg. Ming.
May.
Might be May. Something beginning with M.
Something
beginning with M.
I think it might be
I
May.
hope it's not Meg, otherwise it's just going to be shut up Meg for the entire reaction.
Yeah, anyway, we saw her on this weird looking planet, and we hear this sinister masked voice.
Here's one of those robot-y voices.
Talking about, he talked about an acolyte, didn't he?
Yep, he talked about the Jedi.
Yeah.
He said how the Jedi, something about a dream being broken by an acolyte.
Yes. Let's see if we continue to see things that people don't like about this show.
Yeah, we didn't do too bad last time.
No, there were definitely things that I think we both were kind of like...
The only thing that I was really icky about, but it's just personal taste, is that for some reason all of the lightsabers are absolutely gigantic.
Clunky and hard to use.
They hold them like this. Like, they literally hold the hilts like this, and it's like, the lightsaber shouldn't be... It should be like a sword. It should be, fairly thin in the hand. But even the blade as well is just big, chunky. Qui-Gon Jinn never had a lightsaber as big as this. He just had a regular-sized lightsaber. Anyway, but apart from that, we didn't really spot anything that we didn't like, did we? It was a bit flat. Nothing really happened except her dying.
It wasn't the most interesting.
But we like Saul.
We like Saul. His bit with teaching the Padawans was cool. We like stuff like that, like the learning and side of it. It's more of the combat side that we tend to dislike when it comes to Disney Star Wars.
Right. Let's watch episode 2.
Okay.
Also, before you get into it, be nice in the comments.
We will try to be, but we can't promise anything.
Nope. All we can give is our opinion.
The suspect matched your description. We have a suspect in custody.
Jake?
An old Padawan of yours.
Jundland?
be planning an escape.
Jack. Gel. Jean? Gonna be interesting to see where they go with him. That's our main thing, I think.
We had a lot of concerns to me about continuity when it comes to a potential Sith.
Let's just hope the show doesn't bugger the entire Star Wars lore. Treacherous little leech. Get out of here! She won't kill more Jedi. It was the way she killed him. The people didn't like that small knife to the chest killed her, but and Qui-Gon got stabbed, but you know, all these characters who keep getting stabbed with lightsabers don't die.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
You understand because you didn't like how what's her name got stabbed in a sword, did you?
Sabine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master Torben.
Master
We
who
have
now?
unfinished business.
Master Torbu. That's pretty cool.
Tommen from Game of Thrones. He's in this, isn't he? So I'm in the trailer.
Tom from Game of Thrones. He's not that old.
Nico.
No, you know, fair enough.
But he just look at the face. But we know he's in this because we saw him in the trailer. But he didn't look like that.
No, but didn't he look like he was dying in the trailer?
His eyes went black, didn't he?
Yeah.
So was he not aware that she was there? Or was he? And he was just... Nothing was going to break him of his meditation.
That doesn't seem perfectly sane. Someone's trying to attack you, and they're in the middle of a local Jedi temple. You would surely try to restrain them.
I thought that only our two droids did the outer ship, but
Well, any astromech can do the job, but I'm better company than a droid. And, way more flexible.
I'm sorry, Pip.
Pip is also very flexible.
They could be working together.
Yorta, don't let fear affect your judgment.
Yeah, idiot child! That's what I'd be saying if I was Saul.
Osha has a twin sister.
Her name is May. She was presumed dead 16 years ago.
She could hardly be in your custody and committing another crime at the same time.
Okay, fair enough. There we go.
Would you like me to investigate or bring Osha back to Coruscant?
Go investigate. Take Osha with you. She could be an asset.
Is she gonna,
Course or Omega?
is she gonna resume her Jedi training?
Torben is on Olega.
Setting course for Olega.
Why wouldn't he tell him? There's been another attack.
Did she say Torben? Torbo? A lot of them have really got to work on pronouncing names. Because I'm really struggling with... I've got to hear the name 3 or 4 times before I know what the name is. By that time, they're already dead.
Oh, hey, hey. I waited up all night. Where have you been?
Out there risking my life.
Oh, yeah.
Local Jedi temples?
What are you
That's
worried?
Oh, I took it off the guy who owns this place.
fairly
And,
new.
I'm blending in.
And I will kill one of them without a weapon and please the master. But I need to do this my way.
So is the goal to kill them?
I need a drink.
Just kill one of them without a weapon.
To please the master. Is that the sort of... Is that...
Everyone has a weakness.
Is the goal
The Jedi.
to make it
justify
seem
their
like
galactic dominance
the Jedi
in the name of peace.
are more than just these sort
It is a
of
lie, I know.
intergalactic space
Torben
wizards who can't be
is
killed?
not the serene.
So naturally, if the Sith were believed to have been extinct for, you know, millennium, the galaxy would get this idea about Jedi that they're essentially unkillable by anything other than another Jedi, presumably. So is the idea to sort of shatter the confidence in the Jedi by suggesting that they can be killed just normally?
It wouldn't bode well.
So who is he? Because he's obviously aware of
Her and her goals.
Is it him? Was he her master? Without the mask.
Plot twist. No, I want it to be a Biff.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, I got this in CorpSec. It was a crazy night with some of my crew. And you hate it.
Disapproving father figure. He hates
It
tattoos.
doesn't matter what I like.
Those lightsaber hilts. Oh no.
Do you believe the maze behind the Indara's murder? And I have made peace with what happened on Brandok.
I know you have.
Is that where this is going to take them?
That was a lesson you tried to teach me many times. To accept what I'd lost.
So,
And I wasn't a very good student.
Coming up on a Lega.
so she has what, 4 Jedi to kill?
She's got that one and 2 more after him, she said.
Do you think it's building up to killing him?
It's the obvious one, isn't it?
Because Undara was there on Brandak when,
Yeah.
when the fire happened.
So was Saul, obviously.
So was Saul, obviously, and
We don't know about the other guy that she tried to kill.
but she does know him. And then apparently, the other one is a Wookiee. I think it is him. You know, I think you were right. Good job. Good work on the makeup as well, because I did not.
Please, walk us through what happened last night.
I would like to speak with Master Tobin, please.
Master Talbot hasn't spoken to anyone in over 10 years.
He will speak to me.
So has he been like that?
I'm an old friend.
For 10 years?
I offer you a choice.
Jabez.
Confess your crime to the Jedi Council.
Ooh.
What was I?
So what did he do? Looks like he's lost part of his eye.
Forgive me. We thought we were doing the right thing.
But she's their sister's not, so is he going to think it's her?
Oh, maybe, yeah. Which is going to be really annoying. I'm really beginning to not like him. See, I quite like the idea of it being a little sort of... not like a murder mystery, but like a... piecing together whatever this story is.
Step away from the body.
I know what this looks like, but I can explain.
Do not move.
My sights were on her the entire time. I followed her when she broke off.
Alright, fair enough. He's made it up in my eyes. Good for him.
But again, he could
His
just tell
master
them.
was dead when we arrived.
Thank you, Yord.
Yord! That was close. I bet that begins with a J.
He could have Saul could have quite easily just told them when the first attack happened. She was with
There are no
us, so
signs
how?
of struggle.
Is the idea that Yord is supposed to be this strictly by the book, you
Jedi
know,
Knight who's
he's so rigid in his sort
You
of
guys can hear me.
in his practices that, you know, it's almost awkward.
See me?
Nah, he's not a secret master.
Hey, are you okay? Did the poison work?
That's it. That's all we need.
Let's pull her out.
Wait!
You're acting so strange.
Wait. You killed Torben without the poison. He will be so pleased.
Go.
Oh, that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
I'm just her supplier. Yeah, I started out gun running for the Huts. Now I supply people like her with what they need for the right price.
Well, maybe you could supply us with the truth.
Who is he?
I thought he was with you.
Master. Is someone training her?
Listen, I have no idea what's going on with that girl.
We return tonight.
I wonder if she's going to resume her Jedi training. Think she'll build her own laser sword. God, I just hate it saying that. Ugh.
Laser sword.
God. Yeah. Do you think she'll build her own lightsaber?
I shouldn't say it would be very good.
Not yet.
Well, not necessarily very good. She's just... Oh.
What if this guy's lying?
He's been disconnected to the Force for too long.
Stick to the plan. Do not interfere.
He said the thing.
Master Soul wants to face her on his own.
Do you know what I really want? I want a scene of a Jedi building a lightsaber using the
I will
Force.
confront her.
No.
Not
You
instead.
must face her alone.
You brought me here. We both knew this is where this trip was headed. She destroyed my life.
Did we learn that already?
This
She
is
caused the
grief.
fire. I'm sure they said that, yeah.
Let it go.
Maybe.
You are not my master.
Is that why she was...
I do not need your permission to go out there and confront her.
I order.
I couldn't save her when you were children. Let me try now.
It's because she couldn't let go. That's what she said.
Mm,
Isn't it? She couldn't
yeah.
let go of what happened to her family.
She wants to kill 4 Jedi. Stationed on Brent Dock 16 years ago. Indara, Torben, Kelnaka, and you.
Kill Naka.
She wants to kill you.
That's the Wookiee. I don't know.
Then have faith in me.
If there's one thing to be taken away from this, whether we like it or not, I really like him. He's a bloody good actor. And I've only seen him in 2 things.
Hey! You survived. You killed Indara.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Well, that was cool. This is way above your pay grade, darling.
Is he going to be the
Well,
one that she's going to try and
technically
kill
without a weapon.
without a weapon, yeah? I thought he's just watching.
That's what Saul wanted.
I know, he's just got his binoculars, even though
I'm
it's
sitting there
down
going, oh, that was pretty awesome.
Even from you, you couldn't tell me who he is, even if you wanted to.
Get out of my head, Jedi.
Even after all this time, your thoughts still go to your sister.
You lie!
He speaks the truth. Osha lives.
In the name of the Galactic Son of the Republic.
You are under arrest, Chancellor.
Let your weapons
Oh.
down and surrender.
Not the right time.
Hmm.
What you gonna do?
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
Is Osha gonna come and...
The Senate will decide your fate. Oh. I am the Senate. Not yet.
We get it, Sean, you're a nerd, okay?
It's treason, then. Do the... I'll leave it there. For now.
Because God knows you could recite the entirety of the prequels part.
Absolutely, I could. That's why you look twice when crossing the road.
Did she do that deliberately, or is that just a bad shot?
I think she's a bad shot.
Oh. So why would May think that Osha's dead when they claim to have seen May die? So Saul, he
maybe
said
it's just
that...
maybe it's just the two sides.
With respect, we don't have time for talks, Master Maestra. But we know where she's going next. We must
We
move.
don't make decisions like this without meaningful discussion, Soul. We will see you soon.
problem.
Maybe it's just both sides.
Her master has told her that Osha's dead.
Yeah. And
Right.
the Jedi just
Believed.
assumed that May
May
was dead.
Well, he said he saw May die.
Right.
Is what he said, didn't he?
Yeah. So maybe it's just the two.
Two sides.
What the hell is called for? A relaxing forest retreat in the Outer Rim, where the Wookiee Jedi lives.
You found Kelnaka. Osha's alive.
I know.
He's gone, come on!
So she's killed 2 out of the 4 Jedi.
Assuming the fourth is
Saul. It's got to be Saul. That's what Osha said, isn't it? It's the 4
Yeah.
Jedi that were stationed.
on Brandock. You wanna wonga? Sounded just like that.
Oh. He will rip your arms off.
Yeah. Does he have an lightsaber?
He's a Jedi, Sean. Why is he here? A form of exile, maybe? What did you think of that episode?
You know, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I didn't. Do you know what? That fight with Saul and Thingy. I liked it. I liked it quite a lot, actually.
I feel like it was better than Indara.
I think it was better than quite a lot of the fights in Ahsoka. Frankly, quite a lot of the fights in the sequels. I really liked it because
there was no lightsaber.
There was no lightsabers, and I think the whole point of it was to prove just sort of how far out of a depth May was with Saul, especially if the goal is to kill Saul without a weapon. She ain't doing that because she couldn't get anywhere near him. I liked it. I really liked it. But then I might be biased because I'm pretty sure I'm in love with that guy.
He's a really good actor.
He's a really, really good actor.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I liked it. I didn't dislike it. It felt a bit slow still.
Yeah, like it felt that could have been like one episode. Like those first 2 episodes could have been one episode.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just if this is how the entire season's gonna go, this slow pace. It's a bit like Ahsoka, isn't it? Where it's kind of like. Yeah, you get to a point where you're kind of like, well, that didn't really need to be there, or that could have been cut out, or, what was,
there was a good 20 minutes there that...
I was just like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Again, and I don't know if this is the point, because I know the point of the show is to kind of show that, the ignorance, maybe, of the Jedi, but I don't understand why Saul didn't tell them that another attack... You assume they realised that when they got there, but you kind of need to verbalise that, because he wasn't... What was he called again?
Who?
The Jedi Knight.
The one that...
The lad.
May killed. Torben.
No, not Torben. The other one. The one that's with them, that's helping them. The one whose name neither of us can ever remember. Yord. He seemed to still question Osha.
He said Justin. Justin! Jedi Master Justin.
He seemed to still question Osha. And it's kind of like, well, that could easily be rectified had it just been like, okay, another attack has happened. A girl with Osha's description. We obviously know it's a twin sister. It can't be Osha.
Yeah, I agree that he should have just told her.
Just end that discussion so that they can move forward and know that Osha... His idea that maybe Osha's still working with that, fair enough, that'd been a fair point, but just put a stop to those doubts so they can move forward with the rest of the story.
Yeah, I agree with that, but also I think that was put in there so he could have that little moment where he followed her. And
but then also he didn't... Wasn't that not a lie? because he wasn't with her. He
but
watched her
he
go
did
in,
watch her, yeah.
but there was a good few seconds where he wasn't there with her.
Yeah,
so
I suppose,
he didn't know that she didn't kill him.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just... My main thing is sort of... is this going to be the first 4 episodes? Is the first 4 episodes just going to be her killing these 4 Jedi?
I don't think she's going to be one to kill Saul.
I don't think she's going to kill Saul. But then there's also the big part of me where it's kind of like... I'm not entirely sure where they're going with the bad guy. Because... like, it's making a point of going... you know... It's trying to show us the faults with the Jedi Order at this point. Like just there did, where he was like, we know where she's going, we need to go to try and, you know...
Like, her accomplice has said that she's killing 4 Jedi.
Yeah.
It's obviously going to be the 4 Jedi that
Ron Brandock
and could, you know, in her eyes, were involved in her family's demise.
Mhm.
Like, he's one of them, so he knows, but then it's just, yeah.
But then the sort of the higher ups are like, we need to talk, we need to
sit
figure this out.
down and talk about how we need to go to this planet and save this guy, instead of just, yeah.
So I like that bit, but my thing is the point that they're trying to show that the Jedi are as killable as anyone else? Because, you know, like I said, naturally you would have this thing where if the Sith were gone, the galaxy would start to go, well, these magical space wizards are unkillable. A bit like what Anakin's like in Phantom Menace, you know, no one can kill a Jedi.
Mhm.
You know, is the whole point of this to essentially go, people can kill Jedi. But then if that's the case, why do we get to the point where Anakin doesn't believe that
The Jedi can be killed.
Yeah.
But it's not even just that, though, but it's like, in a way, it is completely believable that no one can kill a Jedi, because they use the Force, no one should be able to touch them. And I do understand why people might have a dislike with her killing Indara with the knives and stuff. I do get that, because God knows I dislike the getting stabbed with a lightsaber and not dying when Qui-Gon Jinn and others have died from that.
Mhm.
It kind of diminishes the deaths, I feel like, in a way.
Yep.
But I didn't mind that in the first episode, because she used the Jedi's morals against her, and I did think that was quite smart. Her pretending to kill, going to kill the innocents in the room, and then, but yeah, it just.
I also quite like how there's Jedi outposts.
There's more than just the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. There's
like outposts.
local
Like
Jedi.
there's that one where the Wookiee, I've already forgotten his name, is on. There's that one on Olega, or whatever it was called, where they were. I don't know that I've ever. I don't think it's ever shown you that in a Star Wars, is it?
Local Jedi. I don't. It makes it sound like local police, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I guess in a way it makes sense.
They are the peacekeepers, aren't they?
Yeah, it makes sense that there would be more than just Coruscant.
But obviously, it does also have to get to a point, like in Phantom Menace and in Attack of the Clones, where there aren't enough Jedi to essentially police the galaxy. So I imagine there's going to be quite a lot of. Well, you know, there probably won't be a lot of Jedi in this, but then it'll probably beg the question later down the line: is how do the Jedi get to that point where there isn't enough of them, yet they're still seen as this, you know, mythical space police?
Maybe it's not. I don't know. The thing is with this show is, at the point right now, there's so much potential for it to be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
There's nothing that's like blaring in my face where I'm like, this is terrible, this is not going to be very good. But at the same time, in terms of the writing, there's so much potential for it to
be better.
Be better, but also there's so much potential for it to go really downhill in terms of continuity in the story. Her master is a blaring one.
Yep.
Because if they're not careful, then they could just completely destroy the continuity of the prequels, and that there hasn't been a Sith Lord in God, how long? Hundreds of years?
Millennia.
It's even longer. So it's like he can't be a Sith. He can't be known. Maybe if they do discover him, but then that in that sense, everyone has to die that knows of his existence.
We've said that for a while, haven't we? We've said that when we saw the trailer, that because they could, you know, they could have this sort of lone assassin in May who has sort of experienced the Force and has learned it in some way. You know, there's things like the Night Sisters and people who dabble in magic who could pose a threat if done right. But the idea of someone wielding a red lightsaber is kind of like, are you really going to say that this person is not a Sith?
Because even if they went down the road of they know of his existence, but that, like, he doesn't go by a Sith, so therefore he's not. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't make sense in a way, does it? It's like they need to. If they do come face to face, like Saul, even though I don't want Saul to die, if he does come face to face with them, Saul really should be the one to die.
Well, they all should.
Yeah, and
there should be no mention of a red lightsaber wielding.
Yeah. To kind of
Sith. I mean,
continue.
What else are you going to call? What else are you going to call him? Like, what else can you call him? A random Force user who, you know, wields a red lightsaber.
Him and his Padawan.
Yeah, it's kind
There's
of
two of them. It's like, yeah.
And he's got a full, essentially, the Jedi at their absolute peak here. Like, this is the High Republic. This is when the Jedi are at the absolute peak.
I would rather they go down the road of the Jedi Council aren't ready to allow Saul to go and investigate because they think it's maybe they just don't believe that she has actually been trained, that she's just whatever, and so when he's telling them, no, this is a Sith, this is this and this is that, they're like, no, there's no way, there's no possible way that this could be a Sith. They haven't been around for a
They're
millennia.
like what they do with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, they just completely dismiss it, like, no, like, this is not happening, this is this. Maybe there's evidence that alludes to something else because her master clicks on and tries to get other people to get involved in stuff, and then when they die, they kind of just, the Jedi don't think, hold on, maybe he was right, they just think, oh, this is what happens when
I wouldn't mind, because we know there's a bunch of them, don't we? There's at least a bunch of sort of space witches. From the trailer,
yeah.
I wouldn't mind if it was this Sith essentially putting them on, because we've said this before as well, putting this sort of sect of space witches onto the Jedi to essentially test the waters.
Yeah.
You know, see if the Jedi can be broken. And then if they come face to face with him, he kills them all. He does have that sort of, the scapegoat essentially is the space witches.
Yeah, he kind of brings them in as a way to, like...
Yeah, like, basically say, I'm not here, these are the ones that did it.
But in the trailer as well, those lasses, they had, like, the white dots on them, didn't they? And May had some on her forehead.
Yeah. So
that's, like, a link, isn't it, as to...
Yeah.
It's...
All we're saying is they're going to have to really tread the line here, because so far it's going up, you know, it's doing reasonably well.
I'm not going to lie, it's slow up.
I'm enjoying elements of it. I am enjoying elements. There's nothing that I really hate yet. Like in Ahsoka, it was quite quickly something.
The first episode when Sabine got stabbed.
Yeah.
And then she was healed immediately after. I was kind of like, well,
yeah.
Okay, I guess we're doing this straight away.
But with this, there's nothing that I immediately hate yet. You know, I dislike how, you know, as I've already said,
how big the lightsabers
are.
That's more personal preference.
Yeah, but there's nothing that I hate yet. In saying that, though, there is a lot of potential for this to go really, really wrong.
It's funny how there's been no lightsaber fights, and do you think that's deliberate? Because that tends to be the one people go to with Disney Star Wars is the quality of the lightsaber fights and just the general use of the lightsabers.
I hope so.
Indara did have hers out, but it wasn't enough to.
No, she sort of
gauge.
She blocked some knives, and that was it, really, wasn't it?
But it wasn't actually like a lightsaber on lightsaber fight. No. It was just her deflecting. No. So.
But I also hope it doesn't just build up to a lightsaber fight with this Sith guy, only for it to be absolutely horrific. Like, I would really. That to me, say if they did that, if they built it up to this, I don't know how many episodes there's going to be. 6, 8.
Usually, isn't it? Usually 8.
It's usually 6.
Is it 6? I imagine 6 then. If that's usually the number.
Well, there was 6 of like Boba Fett, I'm sure. I'm sure there was 6 of Ahsoka, and then 8. I'm sure there was 8 of
Kenobi.
No, I think there was 6 of Kenobi as well.
Might just be 6. 6 might be the go-to.
Who knows? Anyway, that it doesn't matter anyway. Like, say if they build it up to the 6th, and I get to like 5.5 episodes where I'm actually really enjoying it, and then it gets to the 6th, and they have a really terrible lightsaber fight, that'll just ruin the whole show for me.
Because you're building up to this one moment and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's a bit disappointing.
Like, I could almost make it through a series that has bad fights as long as the rest of it was okay. But if they build the whole series up to this showdown with this Sith guy, then that would just be an absolute disaster.
Yeah. Thing is, I'm not. I wonder what other people think of this. Let us know what you think, because I'm deliberately avoiding social media because we're behind on the releases and I don't want anything spoiled. So we are trying to avoid it, and I'm not sure what people think. I know people initially aren't very impressed with Acolyte.
Well, it's crazy that 2 episodes came out and it was already horrifically spammed.
People weren't impressed.
Because the problem is there's, in Star Wars, it almost seems impossible to find someone who, you know, can be objective. You either hate or love everything about it, or you either hate or love something.
Yeah. But there was a lot of negativity around the director and the actress that's in it as well, wasn't there? So that didn't help, especially considering it was only just out.
Yeah.
Or coming out.
There's certain things that people have said as well. Like, the guy who played Yoda, I saw a clip of him saying that Anakin blew up the Death Star. Which didn't do him any favours. But, you know, I'm trying my best to separate artist from art. You know?
Yeah, my point was just that, is the hate because of them or is it because of the show? I'm not sure. Genuinely, I have no idea.
Yeah, so let us know down in the comments some things that you think about, any problems that you've noticed, things you like, dislike, but for goodness sake, be nice about it, because I'm sick of seeing people being mean-spirited on Star Wars videos. Every other thing, even when I've been sort of, you know, very what you call it, pessimistic about other shows and things, people are still reasonably nice. The only other one was Bridgerton, but that was one episode.
It was one statement, one episode.
Yeah, and then when I brought it up,
people
were very supportive, and you know, and they have been ever since. People think I'm awesome now. So yeah, be nice.
Yeah.
Just give us your opinion. I'd love to talk to people about it. I've been trying to comment back to
God knows
comments.
We love a good Star Wars conversation.
I've been trying to comment back to the majority of our comments now. So yeah, comment, like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We try to upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
I need to make a list of these names, honestly.
Yeah, I've got them down now. I know names.
Wookiee.
I don't know the Wookiee's name. It's okay because I'll remember it in the next episode when he dies. That's what's important.
I'm just terrible with like regular names. I sometimes forget like your name.
Yeah.
So
forget Star Wars Space Wizard names.
I know. There's no just John or like David, is there? They're all like these really like.
So that was the genius of the prequels, is that people had like Qui-Gon. They literally had like
it's spelled out
three letter names broken down into syllables.
If you forgot the rest of it, you could be just like Qui, and just hope that someone else fills it in for you.
Yeah, like as
Obi-Wan.
As crazy as it got was Kenobi. Whereas Kenobi, 3-syllable.
Skywalker.
Yeah,
was pretty.
You know, but it was like Shmi was his mother, 1 syllable. You know, Padme, 2 syllables. Anakin, how many is that? Anakin. That's
but
3.
He's the main character though, so that's allowed.
Yeah, but then even before Luke, Yoda,
Leia,
Han, Solo. It's like it's 1 to 2 syllable names. Now we've got Undara and Yod.
Isn't it Indara?
I'm sure it was Undara. I think that's just the way that Sol pronounces it. Whatever the heck the Wookiee's name was. Something like that. Tarful? Whatever happened to Tarful?
Just Chewie.
Like,
Chewie for sure.
This is Chewbacca in the first one, and it was like, okay, let's not call him Chewbacca anymore because people might.
Chewie.
Let's call him Chewie.
Everyone
Jabba,
Chewie.
Greedo. You know, easy names. Go back to easy names. Let's just call someone Le. And that's it.
Sol's pretty easy.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
That's why he's the only one I can remember.
I need to know.